Alright guys, Sean here, and today we are going to talk about Black Clover chapter 232. This video is going to contain massive spoilers for those who have not read the chapter yet. That said, let's get into the analysis of this chapter. So we actually had to talk about the stuff with Yuno, but before that I would say that Tabata decided to go slower than usual because we were building up to some sort of climax where Dante's grand plan was going to be revealed, but obviously Tabata saw it as a means to actually keep us on a cliffhanger, then go down the pacing again. So it's quite cool to actually have a chapter where the guys are laid back, and we've seen that they've gained territory since now they control a small village in the Spade Kingdom called Toron. And what actually showed me how insanely broken Rolo Pechika's abilities are was the fact that she's actually borrowing Noel's mana to create the undying clone. So she's actually able to use Noel's water mana as base to create a clone, which is quite impressive. Now we know that Noel has a lot of mana reserve, so it's very important to note that personally I think what happened there was that maybe Noel used true water magic to create some sort of pawn, and she was able to manifest Undyne using that pawn, then create a clone there. That is insanely broken. It therefore means that Rolo Pechika's abilities extend far beyond what was expected. Like, she could actually be spying on all the kingdoms simultaneously, and that's in itself very broken Black Clover wise. I mean, her range might actually be extremely large. She's definitely one of the most overpowered characters I've seen in the series so far. We actually end up with her congratulating the guys about the job well done in securing Toron, but Noel clearly talks about the situation at hand and the difficulty, but gives her a nod as she thinks that Rolo Pechika's powers to be enough. Then we switch on to the guys who want to fight Gaia, and we get a name of another spirit guardian who is Frogger, and he seems to be the one who trained Leo, so I'm sure he will be introduced soon. Then we switch on to Charmi, who's eating in the forest, and Asta is the one who decides to go and meet her. Then Charmi actually insinuates that she does think about Yuno, and we get to see Yuno as vice captain, and he is given a request by the guy who was possessed by Baval, and that actually is a request from their hometown and the orphanage from Hag, which definitely means that it's either the father or Sister Lily that is asking for their help, and I think that Yuno is going to go there. Now we know that a couple of chapters back Yuno was hovering over the village of Hag, so it therefore means that this might actually be the current events that took place quite some time prior to the time that we saw Yuno hovering over Hag. So Tabata was trying to give us some incentives as to why Yuno is going to Hag. Now we know that Sister Lily met the guy who was talking about Yuno being his master, so it's going to be important to see. Like I said a couple of chapter reviews back, I think that Yuno's lineage is going to be very important. I didn't make a theory on that, and I think that it might be wrong, but to be honest, I think that it would be very essential to get Yuno's backstory out of the way so that we can actually focus on Asta. But Yuno being a noble or a royal is not that far-fetched given that guy called Yuno Master. Now their timing is quite bizarre that he actually made his way to Hag village. It must mean that he definitely was one of those, or was aware of the fact that the two babies were deposited at the orphanage, and certainly the fact that he came in might mean that Yuno might actually be a noble from a house in the Clover Kingdom or a royal from a branch of the royal family tree that has not yet been revealed. So that in itself is quite interesting. There is the other possibility that Yuno might actually be from out of the Clover Kingdom, and that in itself I think I'll take it with a grain of salt. So those were the basic highlights of this chapter. It was quite short, and definitely the chapter did not reveal a lot about Dante and the others' plan. So those were basically my thoughts on the issue. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section. Subscribe to become part of the Blizzard crew, and as always I'll see you guys later. Bye.